Have you ever wondered what might be lurking behind your bedroom door at night? This is the story of what happened to an ordinary man who took a chance to find out the truth. But be warned, you'll never be able to look at your home the same way again. Michael was just a regular guy. He lived alone in a small apartment and was pretty skeptical of any mystical stories. But everything changed that night when he first heard a strange whisper outside his bedroom door.
At first he thought it was the wind or the neighbors, but when he heard someone say his name, he went cold. Michael. The voice was barely audible but distinct. He looked at the door, which slowly began to ajar on its own. There was no one in the room, but beyond the threshold, the darkness seemed frighteningly alive. Michael tried to turn on the light, but the bulb flickered and went out. The feeling of terror came in waves.
Suddenly, a low, threatening voice came out of the darkness. "You weren't supposed to see that." His heart pounded as if it were about to burst out of his chest. He picked up his phone to call someone for help, but the screen was blank. There was no contact. His pictures, his messages, all gone. Only one phrase appeared on the screen. "You're next." Michael couldn't sleep. He sat on the bed with his arms around his head and tried to understand what was going on. All attempts to explain the situation rationally were shattered by the strange events. The next day, he decided to install cameras in his apartment to see who or what was trying to scare him. The cameras recorded something inexplicable. During the night, as Michael fell asleep, his bedroom door slowly opened. At first, the footage showed only darkness, but after a few seconds, something appeared in the frame. It was a shadow-like creature. Its outline was unclear, but it moved as if it was watching him. As Michael reviewed the footage, he noticed that at one point the creature brought its hand, or something that looked like it, toward the camera. Interference appeared on the screen, and the camera stopped working after that. There was nothing strange on the other cameras in the hallway and kitchen. Only in the bedroom something sinister was going on. The next night, Michael decided not to sleep. He sat on the couch with the light on, holding a flashlight and a knife, just in case. Time stretched infinitely slowly. At exactly 3 o'clock in the morning, he heard the same whisper again. Michael. This time, the voice sounded closer, as if someone was standing right behind him. He turned around sharply, but no one was there. The lights began to flicker, and suddenly a shadow appeared in the center of the room. The creature was no longer hiding. It was looking right at him. Its eyes, or what looked like eyes, glowed with a dim red light. Michael froze, unable to move. The creature drew closer and said, "You woke us up. Now you are ours." Michael felt a cold wave sweep over his entire body and lost consciousness. When he woke up, it was morning. It looked as if nothing had happened, but there was a strange mark on his arm, like a symbol. Michael tried to erase it, but it wouldn't go away. Every day, he began to feel worse. The voices did not stop, and the shadow now appeared not only at night, but also during the day. He turned for help to his friend who was into occult sciences. He said that the mark is a seal that connects him with the other world. The only way to get rid of it is to find the place where the creature came from and close the passage between the worlds. Michael began his investigation. He learned that the house he lived in was built on the site of an old cemetery. During the construction, the workers found strange artifacts, but did not pay attention to it. Perhaps that was the cause of all his troubles. He went to the basement of the house, where, according to his assumptions, there was an entrance to another world. There, he found an old door locked with a massive lock. The door was engraved with symbols similar to the one he had on his hand. When he touched the door, the lock opened on its own, and an impenetrable darkness unfolded before him. Do you want to know what happened next? How Michael coped with this darkness? And was he able to close the passage between the worlds? Subscribe to the channel and do not miss the continuation of this exciting story.